Hey guys, how's it going? Today I want to talk about the top 13 reasons why most of you aren't blogging. So the top 13 reasons that people give as to why they don't think that they should blog, okay? The top 13. So here, I'm going to read through it real quick and then I'm going to answer each of them. Top 13 false beliefs and reasons why people don't blog. Number 1, who will read my blog? Number 2, I have no money to start a blog. Number 3, what do I write about? I have nothing to write about. Number 4, I have no time because I'm too busy. Number 5, what if I fail? Number 6, it's too late. Number 7, who reads blogs anymore? Number 8, there are just too many blogs out there. It's saturated. Number 9, I'm too lazy. Number 10, I'm too young or I'm too old. Number 11, it's just too hard. I don't know technology well enough, so I don't even know where to begin or how to create a website. Number 12, I can't write. Number 13, I'm in school or I'm going to college soon. Okay, so these are the top 13 reasons that I feel like that people give or think in their mind, and that's preventing them from blogging. Okay, so I'm gonna go through each of these 13, and by the end of this video, you're gonna want to blog. I bet you most of you who are watching this, one of these 13 things that I just listed out right now to you is a reason why you're not blogging. I bet you. So most of you I'm gonna convince you today. So if you're not ready to be convinced, then don't watch this video, because I'm gonna start convincing today, folks. Okay, number 1, who's gonna read my blog? Like, why would anybody read my blog? So that's probably the number 1 thing that people say, like, okay, I get it. Like, I'll try blogging, but my biggest concern is that no one's gonna read my blog. Like, who the heck is gonna read my blog? And to that, here's my answer. Okay, I just found this channel, right? Okay, on YouTube, right? Because vlogging is video blogging, okay? And this channel is ran by a kid, okay? It's an ant channel. An ant channel. Did you guys hear that properly? This kid talks about ants. Now, I don't know about you. I know 0 people. I don't know anybody in my life, and I know thousands and tens of thousands of people in my immediate surrounding, right? I don't know a single person who likes ants, like who has a passion for ants, okay? And yet there's this kid who has 1.5 million subscribers to his channel. And that's it. All he talks about is ants. I mean, it's crazy to me. So that's my question to you. I think people underestimate how many people there are in this world. The fact of the matter is there's 7.6 billion people. How many people is 1 billion? Do you guys even, most people don't, I don't think can even fathom. Like, they think, oh, 1 billion, that's a good amount of, they can't really conceptualize a billion people. A billion people, 1 billion is 1,000 1 million. 1,000 million is 1 billion. This earth right now has 7.6 billion. So 7,600 million people live on this earth. Okay? So only one, not even 2 million. 1.5 million out of the 7,600 million people have enough of an interest in ants that this kid is making crazy amount of money with 1.5 million subscribers. Does that make sense to you guys? So rather than asking, well, who the heck would read my blog? You have to ask yourself, the question is even wrong, because you're thinking that there's a limited amount of people. But the fact of the matter is, I don't care if you talk about worms in your blog. And again, that's a boring subject for most people, right? Trust me, there's millions and millions of people on this earth that have fascination about worms, or they like worms, or their hobby is worms, or maybe they even fish. Think about how many people who fish who have an interest in worms because they use that as bait, right? So again, you're thinking about it the wrong way. So that's my answer. If any of you are thinking, well, who's gonna read my blog? That's my answer to you. There's a ton of people out there. You're really thinking from a scarcity mindset. You have this mindset thinking that there's a very limited amount of people, but you're forgetting there is a ridiculous amount of people out there. And if you have a presence online, a blog or a vlog or something online, sharing your passion about a certain subject or subjects, then there's gonna be people who's gonna want to read that. Okay. Okay. Number 2, I have no money. This one's crazy to me. Because, like, it makes no sense. Because the whole reason why I feel like most people should start a blog as a side business or a side hustle for income is because it's the #1 thing to start when you have no money. Like, it makes no sense. Like, if you want to start a local business here in the US, let's say you want to create a local teriyaki joint or something like that. I mean, you need hundreds of thousands of dollars to start that business. A blog, you need like no money. Like, there's actually a way, like, you can blog for free. Did you know that? Like, no money. That said, the free route I don't recommend, because whatever you're using, they put their ads on your site and you make no money because you make no money from those ads. So I don't think you should. Like, if you literally have zero money, you can still blog and create a amount of followers, and you can monetize and make money in other means. But you can actually pay, right, for hosting, even if it's not free. Like, you could pay, like, for example, my Bluehost affiliate link, right? My Bluehost link, the referral link that I'll probably have on the thing below. You only have to pay $2.95 a month. That's less than $3. That's about $3 a month. Most of you guys have $3 a month. That's 10 cents a day. That's like less than 10 cents a day. Okay, it's like 9.8 cents a day or something like that. Okay, so yeah, that's not a lot of money. That's an excuse. So when people say I have no money to start a blog, you're thinking, again, archaically. You're thinking in a brick and mortar sense. Like, okay, like, you're thinking about creating a business, a business, like a brick and mortar physical business that requires hundreds of thousands of dollars. So you're thinking about it the wrong way. Blog takes like very little money. If you, again, $3 a month, if you don't have $3 a month, oh my gosh, like, I can go out right now, right? Like, beggars make, I mean, I think, if you guys read my blog about beggars making a lot of money, I mean, I'm telling you, even beggars, I can go out in the street right now and make $40 in a day. $40 to $100 in one day, begging people for money. I'm not saying you should go beg people for money. All I'm saying is that even beggars can make $40 to $100 a day from begging out on the streets. Homeless people. So again, no hate on homeless people. I'm just telling you, if you can't pay $3 a month to start your own blog, you're thinking about that seriously. You have money, trust me. You're not being creative enough. You're not being courageous enough, and you think you have no money. Most of you guys have $3 a month. Number 3, what do I write about? Why would anybody read my thing? Because it's gonna be boring. Like, what would I write about? I have nothing to write about. Okay, that for me, here's my answer to that. Most of you guys have something that you like, something that you're interested in. Most people that I know, I don't know about you, they have hobbies. They have something that they enjoy doing. Well, guess what? That makes you probably an expert in that hobby. Wouldn't you agree? For example, let's say you play League of Legends or Fortnite or any of these games out there. You might think, like, what would I talk about? Talk about that! If you play Fortnite, probably more than the average human being, you're going to know more about Fortnite than the average human being. That makes you an expert, okay, in your field. Yeah, you're not a pro gamer level, but the fact that you know more than the average person, average Joe or average Jane, makes you an expert. Why wouldn't you talk about that? Why? See, that's what I'm saying is, like, anything you can think about, like, okay, what would I write about? I write about anything you're passionate about. Anything that you're an expert in, okay? Again, you don't have to have a certification for this. You don't have to go to school for this. If you like something bad enough, like if you really, really have an interest, for example, like let's say you're into basketball, I bet you most people I know who like basketball, they have a favorite team and they know every player on that team's like stats, like their shot, like their points, and I forget, like their statistics, right? They know like how on average how well they shoot this and free throws, all that, and percentages and all. They know all those statistics. That makes you an expert, okay? Number 4, I have no time. I'm too busy. Okay. There's one equal thing in this world. most things aren't equal, right? Like where you're born, like if you're born to a poor background, that's not your choice. Like it's not your fault, right? There's only one thing that is very equal, right? And that's time. Everybody has the same amount of time, 24 hours in a day, unless you're gonna die soon. But that has no bearing. Really, I mean, like, we're not talking about that kind of situation. Because that's like, yeah, you can argue that point, but you're kind of reaching at that point. But I'm just letting you know, typically, most people have 24 hours in a day. Most normal people have 24 hours in a day. That's the one equal thing in this world, okay? So the fact that you're saying you're too busy to do something extra, to make extra income like this, using a blog, for example, you're saying that you're busier than someone like Elon Musk or Bill Gates or Warren Buffett. No, you're not, okay? No one is busier than these guys, okay? And yet they're still making billions of dollars, and you're just making average, or maybe even less. And again, I'm not bashing you for that, but your excuse saying that you're too busy to make more money or to make more of an income or try blogging or try something new, you know that that's an excuse. There is no more blatant of an excuse than saying you're too busy. It's just not true. I think I heard somewhere, most people, like everybody in the world, they'll make time for what's important to them, like what they find valuable. They'll make time for that. They just have to do away with things that are not as important. Does that make sense? Like people make time for what they value. So trust me, if you value making more of an income or having more financial security, you're going to prioritize that. Okay. So again, that's my answer to, I'm too busy to do something. Number 5, what if I fail? Okay. Most people, in my personal opinion, most people overthink what failure is. Most people catastrophize, okay? Catastrophize, like they think it's a catastrophe if they fail. Like, look, no one's dead, okay? No one, worst case scenario, you die in this world, right? And you can't do anything if you're dead, right? Because you'd be dead. Trying out a blog to see if it works for you and you fail is not the end of the world. All it means is you're back to where you were before. So what's the big deal? There's no risk to it. So again, for me, it doesn't make sense. This what if I fail thing, it's an unhealthy fear. I think it's an irrational fear. But I don't think there's much merit in that. This fear of failure, because I think people are overthinking it. I think most people who are saying, "Oh, I'm too afraid of failing," it's just they have other problems in their life. It's not just about blogging. They're afraid of failure in anything. That's a bigger problem. And what I want to say to you, if that's you, you have to live life a little bit more courageously and not overthink what you assume a failure to be. It's not the end of the world. It's not. Okay, so that's my answer to that. Number 6, it's too late. It's too late. So, like, if you would have, okay, well, I would have done it a long time ago in 2018. It's just too late. Like, it's too late. I can't do it. It's like, okay, you've probably heard this saying before, but what's that saying? It's like the best time for you to have planted a tree, okay, was yesterday. The best time now is today, or something. I think I'm butchering it, so my bad. But you get the point. It's like the best time for you to have planted a tree was a long time ago. Okay, but the past is already gone. The fact of the matter is, the more you put off doing something, right? It's gonna make it more and more too late. That's kind of inherent, right? The more you say, "Oh, it's too late," every other day that goes by is gonna make it more and more late. So the best time after that second best time is today. If you start today, then at the worst case scenario, it's not gonna be tomorrow. Okay, there's really no such thing as too late anyways, because at the end of the day, think about this, okay? All of us get one life. Your life you're living right now, it doesn't matter where you are in life or what age or whatever, you get one life. So it's like, it doesn't make sense for you to think for something is too late, because it's not like you get a second chance at it. It's not like if you're 40 years old right now, for example, and you think it's too late, like, Are you going to get another shot? Like you're going to somehow be born back into this earth and you're going to start at age 1 again or something like that? Like, no, like you have one shot. So it's kind of moot. It's kind of pointless to even say, well, it's too late. Then what's your other choice? You have no other choice. Okay? There's no such thing as too late, to be honest with you. Number 7, who really blogs anymore? Like who even reads blogs? Who blogs anymore? This makes no sense to me. I mean, people read blogs. You have to ask yourself, okay, again, it kind of goes back to the mindset about like there are not enough people in this world. That's the way anybody who says who reads blogs anymore, they think very small about the amount of people in this world. Because even if, let's say, there's not, percentage-wise, there's not a lot of people who read blogs, okay? Even that, like 1% of 7.6 billion people is a lot of people, okay? So that's what I'm saying. Mathematically, you're thinking about it wrong. And I'm telling you right now, who reads blogs? People who like to read blogs. Now, let me ask you the question. How many people do you think like reading? Not as many people as before. I agree. Okay? I agree with the fact that there's not as many people who like to read today than 10 years ago, right? But still, there's millions and millions and millions, hundreds of millions of people who like to read. So the fact that you think, okay, it's like who reads blogs anymore is, again, I disagree with that. And it's just not realistic and it's not logical. There are hundreds of millions of people who read blogs, okay? And even more, there's probably half the world's population probably, at least, maybe not enjoy reading, but they read. They read time to time, right? So it's like people read the news, people read books, people read magazines. People read, folks. It's not just videos. It's not just podcasts. People still read. Even though more and more people are reading less and less and less, there's still a tremendous amount of people reading. Number 9, I'm too lazy. Okay. I don't think a lot of people would say this out loud, but probably most people are thinking it. Like, okay, I don't want to do it because let's face it, I'm too lazy to blog. Let me tell you this. If you truly are a lazy person, okay, I want to tell you right now, blogging is perfect. Perfect for you, okay? On average, like, what's the average work week for most people? The most typical, 40 hours. In America, it's probably more and more close to becoming 50 hours a week, okay? With blogging, okay, you spend more time up front to build it. To build it, you spend time up front, but later, you can do less and less. So it's actually perfect for the lazy person, right? So like for me, for example, I've gotten to a point, right, where I still make over like $35,000, $40,000 a month, which is more than most of you make in a year. And that's just from my blog. I also have my club, which I make another $40,000 to $45,000 a year from that a month, okay? So, but just from my blog, let's say I make about $40,000 to $45,000 a month, and I only blog now once a month. I used to blog like 3 to 4 times a week. Now I don't even blog that much, okay? I blog, so that's like spending 30 minutes a month, okay? And I'm still making money from all my old posts, okay? Not new posts, my old posts, okay? So think about it that way. It's like, okay, if you're truly lazy, if you truly are lazy, there is no better of a job or income source than blogging. So it's right up your alley. The lazier you are, I think you should blog. Number 10, I'm too young. I mean, seriously, I'm too young or I'm too old. Age. It's another age excuse. Okay? Number 1, I'm too young makes no sense because in today's social media day, it's never been better. Like right now, how many kids do you think there are on YouTube making millions of dollars? I mean, think like Jake Paul, Logan Paul, and like all these people who are social media influencers and bloggers and vloggers that are like 15 years old, 13, 14, 15 years old. I mean, I think there's this kid who's like 9 years old. He has millions of subscribers and all he does is unboxing. All he does is just unbox things. That is crazy to me. And he's a kid, okay? making buku bucks, okay? So there's really no such thing as I'm too young, okay? And I'm too old makes no sense either, because how many people do you think are out there that are old in your opinion? If you're 40 years old, 50 years old, 60 years, if you're 100 years old right now and you're thinking, well, I'm too old, I'm 100 years old, okay? Okay, hundreds maybe, I don't know. How many of you guys are 100 years old watching this video? Okay, most of you who are thinking I'm too old, seriously, I bet you're like 40 years old. That is not old. I mean, how many 40 years old do you think are in the world? Between 40 and 60 years old. Hundreds of, I mean, how many people do you think there are that are in that age cohort? Do you think you don't share interests, the same types of life experience as these people? You do. So if you create a blog, you have a huge audience. If everyone who blogs and vlogs and on social media are on social media, if all of them are in the age range of, like, say, age 12 to age 30, and you're age 40, think about how much more of the market that you can get and market, like, you can dominate that age 40 and up. That's hundreds of millions of people. Think about it. Don't think about it negatively. It's not a con. It's a pro. It's actually a benefit if you're older. If you're old, then no one, there's so little people that's doing a ton of social media and blogging and vlogging that are older. If you do it, you're the only one. There's nobody else. So you're not competing with anybody. It's even better. The older you are, the better it is. Number 11, it's too hard. And I don't know enough about technology, so I don't even know how to start. How would I even create a website? Too complicated. Okay. Here's what I say to that. There has never been a time where it's been easier, guys. Okay? Jeff Bezos, okay, founder of Amazon. When he started Amazon, okay, a long time ago, it cost him $100,000 to start his website. $100,000. Most of you guys don't have $100,000, right? But in today's day, it doesn't cost $100,000. Like I told you before, either you can get a free website going, or if you don't want other people's ads on your website, it looks kind of not professional, and you don't make money from that, by the way, you can pay as low as $3 a month using my referral link. Again, you don't have to use my referral link. You can use somebody else's referral link. I don't care. All I'm saying is you have an option to start your own blog for only $3 a month. That is ridiculous. Yeah, and some people, I think, like kind of say, okay, well, you say it's $3 a month when I use your link, but it comes out to be more because they charge you a year's worth up front. Look, I don't make the rules, okay? I'm telling you it costs you $3 a month, but yeah, so like I don't know of any web host provider that doesn't charge on an annual basis. Okay? I don't if you know, then go with that one. I don't know anybody. GoDaddy and all these, they charge annually. So hate the game, not the player. Like I don't make the rules. Like I'm telling you that $3 a month is a crazy screaming beautiful deal, and you're complaining that, yeah, they're charging you all up front. But again, that's what every web host provider does, okay? It doesn't make any sense. So again, if you think that you're too not tech savvy to create your own website, it's like, dude, it's never been better. Why? Because like you have things like WordPress, right? You have pre-made templates. Okay? What does that even mean? It's already made for you. The whole website's already been made. All you need to do is pull up this template and save it. And then you can click and you can edit any of the words on the website. Like it's super easy. If you know how to type, you can create your own website. It's gotten that easy, okay? So this excuse of like it's too hard, because I don't know where to start or how to even create a website, I'm not tech savvy enough, it makes zero sense. Like it's never been easier. Number 12, I can't write. I'm not a writer. Okay. Writing, you think you can't write. Okay? Writing, all it is storytelling. Most of you guys talk. Would you agree? Like you talk, right? You talk to your family members, you talk to your friends. Don't you talk to them? Don't you talk about things that you like? Don't you gossip? I mean, most people, I promise you, most people gossip. You get with your friend and you say, did you hear about this guy? Or did you hear about Matt? Did you hear about Fernando? It's like you guys gossip. What gossiping is storytelling about somebody else, and it may or may not be true. Or don't you guys talk to your friends and family and say, dude, you wouldn't believe what happened today. Here's what happened. That's a story. You're telling somebody what happened to you. That's storytelling. Or let's say you're complaining even. I don't like this teacher because of X, Y, and Z. You're telling a story, aren't you? Writing is just telling a story. That's all it is. So again, you're overthinking it, okay? In today's day, it's gotten so good that even if you don't like to write, there's a lot of like transcribing apps and software out there where you can talk and it'll write the words. Even on your Apple iPhone or whatever, like when you're texting, you could put it in a microphone. You can do it microphone enabled. You can talk and it'll text it for you. Yeah, it doesn't come out perfect, but it's gotten to the point where if you can just like, you can talk through it and then you can edit it. And you could talk like 5 minutes and you have a blog post already. You just edit it and then you could post your blog post. I mean, if you really even don't want to do that, you can still video blog. If you know how to talk, if you're an introvert, for example, and you don't even like talking and you don't like writing, you don't like reading, you don't like anything, right? I can still tell you, you could do it because it's like, it's actually the more introverted you are, blogging is for you. You don't have to talk to anybody. You can make money without talking to a single person. It's the best job for an introvert. Best way to make money. Nothing comes close. So yeah, I can't write makes no sense. It's like you can write. If you really don't want to do it, you could do a video blog. That's what YouTube is for, right? All the YouTubers, they're video bloggers. That's what it is. You video yourself, you know. Like the kid I taught you like 8, 9 years old. I don't know his age really, but it's like he's really, really young, okay? He's elementary school, like really young elementary, and he has millions of subscribers because all he does is he buys something and then he's like, I'm opening it, here's what it is, ooh, it's cool, and he makes a stupid amount of money. That's awesome, but you know. Okay, number 13, I'm in school. Or I'm going to college soon. Like, this makes no sense because you're thinking like, okay, it's like saying, okay, I can't do anything because I'm in school. That's kind of what you're saying. Why is blogging any different than anything? Like if you're blogging, whether you're playing basketball, whether you're playing any sport, whether you're playing video games, whether you're doing anything in life, you can say, well, I can't do that because I'm in school. I can't do that because I'm about to go to college. Then basically all you're saying is all you can do, all you have time for is school. You have no time for anything else. It's kind of like saying I'm too busy. It's the same exact thing. It literally makes no sense. No one, like, that means you can't, like, it's not even about multitasking. It's about, like, you have no, all you can do, like, if you're in college, that's all you, like, you really, like, if you're going to college, is that all you're going to do? Go to classes, do homework, and do projects and assignments? That's it? You're not going to enjoy, you're not going to have to do anything else. That's basically what you're saying. I'm going to college, or I'm in school, I'm too young. Like, all of these things make zero sense. It has no foundational bearing on why you can't blog. Okay? It just makes no sense. Okay? So, yeah, that was all 13 reasons and excuses or false beliefs, you can call it any of those things, why people don't decide to blog. I hope that this was good. I hope this answers a lot of your questions and gives you the answer, because a lot of times I think most of you, like, you have a reason why you don't want to do it, like, but you really believe in that reason, but you kind of have an inkling that it is an excuse. So by the fact that, like, that I'm telling you and I'm giving you a very good reason for each of these false beliefs that you have, I hope that it kind of convinced you to at least even try blogging. Okay? It's not the end of the world. Just go for it. Like I told you guys as well. Like, I started my blog the day that I thought about it. Now, thank God. Seriously, thank the Lord in heaven, seriously, that I started my blog, because I wouldn't be where I'm at today. if that one fateful day, that one day I didn't think, like, if that one day didn't exist, like rewind my life back, and let's say that one day didn't happen, I would be at a totally different place right now in my life. So again, that just goes to show that one day changed my life. That one day that I decided, hey, why don't I try it myself? Why don't I just try it? I didn't have a business plan. Most people, they have an excuse like, oh, I'm gonna do it in the future. Actually, is that another one? Did I say that? I'll do it in the future. That's probably another excuse. But it's kind of like saying I'm too busy, I guess. I'll wait until I'm less busy. It's kind of the same thing. We've all, if you're really honest with yourself and you look at yourself and you're like, am I really too busy? Am I really gonna do it in the future? Most people, it's like, they know that it's an excuse, okay? So it's just like, think about how many times you've said, oh, I'll do it tomorrow, and you didn't do it. It's like, it's the usual typical person. It's like I'm just saying it's normal. It's not, you're not weird for saying, oh, I'm gonna do it in the future, or I'm gonna do it tomorrow, or I'm too busy, I'm gonna do it when I have more free time. You're not weird for thinking that way, because most people think that way. It's not weird to think that. Again, most people think that way. But facts say different. Okay? Most people, they say that, and then it just doesn't happen. So yeah, those 13 reasons and false beliefs that you have, I hope this helped. See, again, I'm just telling you guys, just try it. Worst case scenario, you stop. I mean, you don't lose anything here. It's just, there's very little downside, and a tremendous potential for the upside. When the potential is that high, with like zero risk, there's really no excuse for not to even try. Again, I'm really happy. Most people don't understand. Like, I'll end with this. Things in life, okay? People think that it's like these big swaths of time, like big things, like things that change their life, are like these things that take a long time. Like, I'm not sure if I'm explaining that properly, but here's an example. Like for example, like me meeting my wife, for example. If that day didn't happen, or my parents didn't meet, or if my parents' parents didn't meet, you wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be here. Does that make sense? But it was that one day. It was that 1 hour in the millions of hours or whatever that we have in our lifetime. It's that 1 hour that changed your life completely. So a lot of you thinking that, oh, it's like all it takes that 1 second or that 1 minute in your life to completely change your life. So, like, why don't you even try? Like, that's what I'm saying is, like, this blogging thing, it may or may not change your life, like, completely drastically, right? Like, it did my life, right? So, what you wouldn't know if you don't try. And all it takes that one time you try something, and you can try all these things, and all of these things don't work, but one of those work, and it happened to be this one thing. And for me, this was the one thing that worked for me. And I'm loving it. You know what I mean? So, I hope this helped. I hope that it answered a lot of your questions that you might not even had these like excuses. You might have had these as questions like, I don't know because of these reasons. It's another, it could be more of a frequently asked question, or like, I'm not sure because of X, Y, and Z. I hope that maybe it helped you in that way as well. So yeah, I'm going to have links, right? I'm going to have links in my bio, in the comments below, or in the description of this video as well as the page, okay, on the post. So make sure that you sign up, right? Make sure sign up through my link. You don't have to use my link, okay? Like, it's a good discount, okay? Like the Bluehost, you need a provider anyways if you're gonna have your own blog. So why not get a 60% discount? It's kind of a no-brainer, but don't feel like you're forced to use my links, okay? And for those of you who need help, even more, because I know a lot of times it's really hard to do yourself. Like, blogging is like a business. Most people, it's hard to do business by yourself, okay? So if you need somebody to do business with, somebody you can kind of, you need other people to keep you accountable, okay? It's hard to stay motivated. But if you have a team of people that you can always like check up with and check in with and have them kind of guide you along, and people that you are always connected with, it makes it easier. Okay, so that's why if you are that person, if you want to take it even a step further and you need help doing that, then sign up for my guild, my private mentorship club, and that I'm gonna have links below as well. So check that out if you want to take it even a step further and get help from me personally, okay, to help you with your blog and to help you in your journey blogging. Cool. I hope that helped, guys. Have a great day. And yeah, start today. Don't if I've convinced you to start, you have to start today. Okay? It takes one day to start. It doesn't take many days. There's no reason, there's no good and valid reason for you to do it next week or next month or next quarter or semester. There is zero valid reason. It is so easy to start a website these days. It literally will take you like an hour. So you just keep it real. I mean, this is serious, real talk. So start today. Don't procrastinate. This one decision, truly, it might change your life forever. It might. Why would it might? Some of these people who blog and vlog, they become millionaires. May or may not be you. So I'm not promising you, but you won't know unless you try. So start today. Don't procrastinate. Okay. All right. Have a good one. Bye.